Whoa, 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 whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Dr. Paul, in effect. Should we go over there? Or should we go over here? Whoa, 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 whoa. Dr. Paul here. Thursday night. Thursday quiz. In effect. Arr. Tell me where you are. Say hello. Quiz starts at 9. Look how early I am, John. Bonus point for my team. No! Morocco Land Marauders are here. Hello. Right, everybody. Hope you've had a good day. I've had a good day, in a strange way. Yeah, it's always worth trying. John. Letitia, hello, how you doing? Letitia was on Facebook earlier asking me if there was a quiz tonight. There is. Again, I didn't do a very good job publicising it. I had a first quiz today first quiz that I did on Zoom today. And that was for a company, you know, for people working at a company. You're key workers. Do you work at Timpson's? Funny joke. I couldn't see any updates, but I've had a really crappy day. So that's that. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really put much out. Why is it being crappy, Letitia? Tell me your troubles. I am a doctor, you know. Sort this out. Alright, Andrew, evening to you. I'm Dr. Paul, I'm the quiz master. If you're just tuning in, you've not been here before, we're going to do a big teams quiz. That's shouting out answers. If you shout out answers first, you get points for your team. Who's your team? There are going to be 3 teams, and I'm going to announce those teams very shortly. One of them's definitely Sid James, because he was the winner here on Tuesday night. One of them's definitely Kenneth Williams, because I said it would be. And there's one other. We'll find out who that is in just a second. Some of you might have worked it out already. We had to go in A&E because my girl fell shit and ended up with a proper cauliflower ear, rugby style. Well, I hope that's the only thing in her life that ever happens that's anything to do with rugby. Because that's an awful thing to happen to anyone to get involved in rugby. Thanks to everybody who has shared the good news about the quiz, you know. A head bandage. Ah, shit, that must have been scary. You had to go to A&E for that. Did you have to go all the way up to Little France, or whatever it's called these days? You know, the Royal. Because apparently they don't have A&E anywhere else. Soft spot for Kenny. But it's incumbent upon me to point out he's a massive Tory. We're talking about Kenneth Williams. Yeah, it might have been a little bit different back in those days, though. You know what I mean? Chris and Sarah Lou are here. Still the old one. All right. Sick kids. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I had to take my daughter to Sick Kids briefly a couple of months ago, and it was just after I think it should have shut. So I for one was grateful that it was still open, because the other place is miles away, you know what I mean? I live north Edinburgh, so yeah, I hope she's okay. How old's your daughter? I went to the sick kids and got fixed up when I was a kid. Broke my arm. It's the only time I ever broke a bone. Broke my arm. 2.5? Oh shit. She's sleeping now. Ah well, holy bananas. I don't know why, I just assumed that she was older. I think it's because I've got a 10-year-old daughter, so I just think everyone's got a 10-year-old daughter. 2.5? Oh, that must be terrifying. But I'm glad she's okay. Worst thing is something happens to your kid. She broke a tooth. Blimey. She's going to keep doing that, and she's going to keep breaking things. She fell. Was she being clumsy when she fell? Or was it entirely not her fault? Right, everybody, it is 9 o'clock. We're talking about injuries to children and how terrifying that can be. Now, I've heard around the horn, Andrew, but I've never actually listened to any, but everyone says it's great. She was dancing on the couch and fell backwards on the side table. Ouch. Drinking wine tonight, day off tomorrow. Yeah, alright. Alright, tell us what you're drinking, everybody. And I'm going to get rid of this background music and I'm going to tell you about the quiz, okay? So, a bit of TCP, that's that's the 70s, isn't it? It's TCP. In fact, TCP is probably the 80s. 70s, just cry it out. You'll be fine. Right, everybody, welcome. Tea with Dettol. Classy, Joanne. Some pish from Austria. Nice. Yeah, magic sponge. Right, okay, let's do it. Let's do the quiz. So, if you were here the other night, you'll know that Sid James was the champion. Okay, now, it's the old do I know what I'm doing thing. There we are. Turn the slides off and let's get the... any kind of shares on social media from you, very, very welcome. You know, try and get the word out there. Right, here's tonight's teams. Pick a team to be in. Sid James is back. He's the champion. Kenneth Williams has never been a captain before. Won the big teams quiz. And Susan Boyle has been. Now, she's been a winner before. And she is back to take on the comedians. Because there's nothing funny about Susan Boyle. You know what I mean? So it's time to declare which team you want to be in. If you don't know what's going on, we're about to have a trivia quiz. And to organise you lot into teams, there are 3 teams. You just choose which team you want to be part of. So, Sid James. The rough character from the Carry On movies, you know. Kenneth Williams. Oh, fruity, posh. Sid James, Raff, working class. And Susan Boyle, the world's greatest singer. So, come on, tell us about that, Morocco Land Marauders. I met Kenneth Williams on a train once. Go on, tell us the detail. Where was the train going? Was it Duntoker? Was it Kirkcaldy? Where was the train going, and what did Kenneth Williams do? And what did he let you do? I think he might have been gay. John H going for Subo. Right, who's declaring for who? Let's have a look. Letitia's Sid. Lauren's Sid. Triple whammies on Team Kenneth. Ken. It's a difficult choice, says Paul, but going for Sid, the champion. Ken, Sid. Ken, Sid. Ooh, matron, says Chris. John H. Subo. In a sort of resigned fashion. You don't have to go on Team Subo if you don't want to. Just because no one else is going on it. Well, Sasuke's gone in for Subo as well. Alright. Hello, Westerosi Ninja. See, Martin's on for Subo as well. See, we'll get there. It'll be okay. Morocco Marauder says, I was 7, the train was going to Edinburgh. Right, more detail. Tell us what happened, you know. Did he have a sandwich? Did he interact comedically with members of the public? Or did he turn his back and pray for silence? He was very funny with his jokes and so forth. Right, that's what we want to know. Tough call, says Jerry, going for Sid. Subo. Yeah, I think we're just about ready. I think we're getting people for all 3 different teams. House rules, no Tories, apart from Kenneth Williams. No racists, and take a letter home. The rules. Okay, this is how the quiz works. I, Dr. Paul, 47. I'm going to ask the quiz questions. You are going to shout out answers for your team, okay? And the first person to answer a question correctly gets points for their team. Quite often 2 points, but there are variations. Now, thing is, there's a way to do this. You comment with your team name, alright? So if you think the answer is gangrenous, then you'd shout out your team name. Now, the team names, there they are, tonight are Ken, Sid, and Subo. Don't use variations. Don't say Williams or don't say, Boyle. Just say the team name and then the answer. So if you think the answer is gangrene and you're on Team Sid, you say Sid gangrene. Okay? And if you're right, you get 2 points. If you shout out the answer and you're correct, but you don't put a team name, I shall ignore you. There'll be no points. And of course, if you get it wrong, I'll go to the first right answer. On the chat, on the YouTube chat, try and make sure it says live chat. There's a choice, live chat or top chat. Get it to say live chat at the top. Then you're more likely to get things in the right order. It might still put your comments ahead of others when they're actually not. Whoever gets the answer first depends on what happens on my feed. So that's just housekeeping stuff. It is after 5 past. I try to hit the first question at 5 past, so I'm running late, so I'll get on with it. So, no sponsor. If you want to sponsor the quiz, get in touch. Right, round 1 is just quickies. Here we go. Remember, shout out your team name and the answer as soon as you think you know what the answer is. Here we go. First question tonight is about the booze, the world's most powerful liquid. What fruit is traditionally used to make the Eastern European brandy known as Slivovitz? Slivovitz is made out of which fruit? Remember, comment your team name and the answer. Pears, no. Lemon, grapes, prune, no. Alright, first one's proven difficult. Cherries, apricot, blackberry, grape, plums. We got it. Duncan for Team Ken. Plums. So it's Duncan Moody gets the first 2 points, and that's for Team Kenneth Williams. Now, I didn't actually show you the scoreboard yet. I'll just quickly do that before we get into this too much. So that's the scoreboard before the quiz, all right? And the reason for scores being on there is that Sid is the champion. Sid James is the champion. He's been here before. If you've been here before, you get 2 points. So Sid James has been here before, he gets 2 points. Susan Boyle's been on this game before. So she's got 2 points. But Kenneth Williams never been here before, so he's on 0. But that's now evened up because Duncan has got the first 2 points for Team Ken. Remember to keep an eye on who's doing all the answering because we will vote for a most valuable player towards the end. And I'll try and remember to do a prize this time. Right, okay. Get the scores off, get back to the quiz. Don't worry, questions will speed up. Okay, pop 70s. Which word from the Queen song Bohemian Rhapsody comes from an Arabic phrase meaning in the name of God? Shout out your team name and the answer. Scaramouche is not correct. Bismillah is correct. Joanne Haggerty for Team Subo gets the 2 points. Well done, Joanne. Bismillah. Yes, that is the right answer. Bismillah. Yes, that is the right answer. Okay. Bismillah. There's a shop up at Nicholson Square called Bismillah. It sells groceries, vegetables and fruit and the like. The category for this question is, why do people even do this to themselves? What is the trade name of the neurotoxin prepared from botulin that's medically used to treat certain muscular conditions and cosmetically used to remove wrinkles by temporarily paralysing facial muscles? And several, if you have the answers in before I even read the question, because there's quite a lot of words there. And first in is Ken, Team Ken. Duncan Moody again. Duncan's already got 2 right answers. It's pretty good. I noticed a couple of people just coming in. We're doing a quiz where you shout out the team you want to be, the answer with the team you want to be in. The 3 teams tonight are Kenneth Williams, Sid James, and Susan Boyle. Okay. Duncan Moody's got another right answer. Here we go. Botox was the right answer, of course. Right, number 4, Scandinavian sport. What's the name of the game that you get in Scandinavia? It's a bit like ice hockey, but it's played outdoors on a much larger sheet of ice by 11-a-side teams, and instead of a puck, they have a ball. All right, we've got different Moodies. I'm getting mixed up, eh? Ice ball is not correct. Curling, no, that's sliding big stones along the floor. Land hockey, no. Scrivers, nah. Drunk Vikings, no. Lacrosse, no. Ah, sounds like you don't know this one so much. They use sticks, like ice hockey, but it's got a ball instead of a puck. Bandy is the correct answer. Chris Cotter has the right answer for Team Ken. Super duper. 2 points for Chris Cotter. Never heard of that at all. Well, it's quite big. It's big in Scandinavia and Russia. Look, I got a picture. Quite a lot of people turn out. There's more people at that than there was at Edinburgh City versus Elgin. Popular in Russia, right? And all the Scandinavian countries. Big crowds. It looks mad. Right, anyway. Okay. The last one in the first round, which is just quickies, is an art question. Which Russian painter has key works including the Blue Rider, On White Number 2, and Squares with Concentric Circles, all painted in the 1910s and 1920s? It's not Klimt. You're thinking of Gustav Klimt. He's Austrian. This guy's Russian. Kandinsky, says Joanne Hegarty, and that is the right answer. Correcto. And that's definitely your second answer tonight, Joanne. Putting in an early bid for MVP. Okay. Vasily Kandinsky. This is On White Number 2. Nice. Right. Great guess, John. Something ending in ski. That's intuitive. That's great. Anthony's saying writer. Nah, the Blue Writer is one of the paintings. Writer is the word for it. Aye, Kandinsky. Vasily Kandinsky. Right, anyway. Nice art. Right, time for a bonus question. The round of 5 questions is over, but I've got one bonus point here. One bonus point. Which of the previous 5 answers connects to a 1985 film with Christopher Lloyd, and why? You have to tell. I'll show you the previous 5 answers. Plum, Bismillah, Botox, Bandy, Kandinsky. Which one of those answers relates to a film with Christopher Lloyd in 1985 and why? Bandy, because he is. Nah. Specifically a 1985 film. Good thinking, but no. Future, because it's futuristic. Okay. Kandinsky. Plum. You've got to say... yeah, that's it. Chris Cotter's got it. Plum, Cluedo. Andrew Armstrong said said Plum, but with no reason. But Chris Cotter's got it probably as compactly and succinctly as you could do it. He said Plum and Cluedo. Lloyd is Professor Plum in a film called Clue, which is what the Americans call Cluedo. Okay, and that's what he looked like. That's him playing Professor Plum. Until I wrote this question this afternoon, I had no idea that there was a film of Clue, and Tim Curry's in it. So I have to see it. Maybe I'll do that later instead of just writing questions all night. You know what I mean? Although I'll probably end up just writing questions all night. So that's an extra point. Who got that? It was Chris, wasn't it? And well, you know what? Thing is, Chris, you didn't shout out a team name, did you? In fact, nobody's got the right answer and a team name. Oh, no, you did. Did you shout it out twice? Aye, there's 2... Right, okay, you're confusing me because there's 2 Chris Cotter shouts there. Plum, Clue. Right, the first time you did actually shout it out with the team name, which is Ken, so that's another point. Right, okay, let's get the scores on for the first round and see how that went. That's the scores before the round. I shall refresh the scoreboard, which I've been updating along the way, and it looks like this. Sid James, now this is a strange mirror of what happened on Tuesday. Bob Ross, Painterman, was the champion from last week on Tuesday, and he basically didn't get started, you know what I mean? Spent the first few rounds rolling joints. Same thing's kind of happened tonight. The champion is off to an absolutely standing start, flat still. Subo has come roaring into the game with 6 points, but Kenneth Williams, from 0 points, the only one that started off with 0 points, is already in the lead. All right. Right. Morocco Land Marauders. I was about to say, are you a bit drunk? And then I look up and I see a comment, soz, bit drunk. That's what it's all about. We're on lockdown. No one cares. It's fantastic. Right. Round 2 is Guess Who. I must get rid of the scores. Okay. I'm going to gradually reveal a face. You tell me who it is. Remember to shout out your team name as well as the answer. Here we go. Now, who is this person hiding behind the squares here? I'm always amazed at how quickly people get these. So I'll reveal a couple of squares there. This is a woman who is now 58. I was reading today. Lennox, no. Rowling, no. Meryl Streep, nah. Lady Gaga, nah. Now this person is quite a bit less famous than all these people. Glenn Close, Blondie. That was the name of the band, but I know who you mean, but no. J.K. Rowling, Demi Moore, nah. Let's take a few more squares out of here. Oh, hang on, I think we've got a winner. Look at this. Martin Leach for Team Subo says Carol Smiley. It's literally the worst typing out of Carol Smiley that there's ever been. It's come out as Carol Sidamilky, but I can see through that. I can see you were trying to say Carol Smiley, and it is. It's Carol Smiley off Wheel of Fortune and Changing Rooms or Changing Houses or whatever that show was called. Yeah, it's Carol Smiley, Glasgow School of Art. Who the hell is Carol Smiley? Says John H. You don't know who Carol Smiley is? Carol Smiley is, well, she was an art student, then she was a model, then she did Wheel of Fortune, then she did Changing Houses or Changing Rooms or whatever. She's a Scottish TV person, you know. Is that lol? Is that the UK version of Vanna White? No, we don't do UK versions of American things. That's not what we're all about. If you tend to find that we're more original, you know what I mean, and you copy us. After all, your entire country is like basically a sort of what's the word? A spin-off of Europe. Vanna White. I have heard the name Vanna White, but you know, especially when it comes to quiz shows, we don't really watch American quiz shows. The things we import here are things like the Dukes of Hazzard. Great. And Knight Rider. Great. But not so much quiz shows. I mean, I'm joking. I mean, a lot of it, obviously, loads of original stuff comes out of America. Right, okay, let's get on with it. So, I'm getting confused. Who got that right? Somebody got that right with a superb typo. It was Martin Leach for Team Subo, and that's worth 3 points, that one. Martin, so that's good for your team. The points go on the board. I'll show you after the next round, okay? Let's get on with it. I'm going to try and finish by 10 o'clock, okay? Try and keep it under 1 hour. There she is, Carol Smiley. Beautiful. Right, round 3, puzzle round. These are worth 2 points each. So again, shout out if you think you know the answer. Remember your team name. First one's an anagram. Some of you hate anagrams. You go for a P now or something like that. You know, here comes the anagram. It's a 1969 film, and the anagram is Jail Habit Note. Who's going to be the first person to solve that? Subo says at least, Johnny says at least you don't worship David Hasselhoff. Yeah, some people do. You know, he is popular. Right, Italian Job. Correct! Duncan Moody. All right, for Team Ken. Kenneth Williams. By the way, I'm awful at impressions, so I'm not going to do too many of those. Yeah. No answers coming in from you. Oh, here we go. Rise, you dancer. No. That's good. It's kind of right. Oh, we got it. My thing paused and then suddenly I got a big refresh. So, Chris Cotter says, wake me up before you go for Team Ken. That's correct. Yeah, wake me up. The guy's getting woken up by the clock. Before you. He's before you. Go-Go. That's Goldie Hawn there, who was a go-go dancer on Ryan and Martin's Laughing. Wake me up before you go. I thought that was quite good. Quite pleased with that one. Now, who got that? It was Chris Cotter. Or Chris and Sue. Sarah Lou, sorry. For Team Ken. Right, Team Ken's doing the do. Definitely winning this, I think, at the moment. Let's get the next thing up in the puzzle round. What is it? It's a conundrum. This is like an anagram, but you're trying to get a normal English word rather than the title of something. What is the only 9-letter word you can get out of these letters? English language 9-letter word out of tiger cats. It was Sarah Lou. Good stuff. Just looking at that last one, looking at some of your answers. I love how Westerosi Ninja managed to get born in the USA out of Wake Me Up Before You Go. Cigarettes is not correct. Geriatrics, no. You would need 2 R's for that. Strategic is correct. Mr. Fricker is here, and that means it's first points for Team Sid. Excellent. Sid James. Off to a start. Right, brilliant. Strategic was the right answer. Tiger cats. Strategic. Right, last one's a riddle. I travel around the world, but I only stay in one corner. What am I? What am I? I travel around the world, but I only stay in one corner. What am I? Solve the riddle with your team name for 2 more points. Andrew Armstrong has solved it straight away. Stamp is correct. Very good. That was Team Ken. Okay. I'm going to show you the scores. That's the end of the puzzles round. I'm going to show you the scores. Right, that was before the round. Here's the refresh off the Excel sheet, and it tells us this. Ken Williams, the angular, self-obsessed, somewhat depressed, asexual mystery performer, star of comedy, but plainly an intellectual, is on 13. Sid James, dirty old man, is on 4. And Susan Boyle, literally the proudest Scotland has ever been, 9 points. So, well done, Team Ken. You are in the lead at the moment, but we know this can change. We move on. What's next? Let's have a look. It's the sound round. Okay, so that means I've got to get this together. A couple of things to do here. I've got to put the sound up to 0. Stopped background music, and I've got to get in the folder, and I'm ready. Okay, so same again. Shout out the answer with your team name. Tonight's sound round is mystery voices. Okay, so who is this tough guy?
Okay, you've seen some clips of craziness at petrol stations. Now listen to this real life story from Slovakia. If you don't know where Slovakia is, pay more attention in school. Okay, you've seen some clips of craziness at petrol stations. Now listen to this real life story from Slovakia. If you don't know where Slovakia is, pay more attention in school.
I love that. Absolutely love that. It's and we got a right answer. It's Lauren Thompson is on fire for Team Sid. Got Mr. T before anybody else did. It is Mr. T. Of course it's Mr. T. He's always encouraging you to eat vitamins, drink milk, and learn geographical locations. It's Mr. T. So that is 2 points for Team Sid. Yak. Yeah, I just need to move something because I can't see something. Right, there we go. We're okay. Okay, the second one, I think that was a pretty easy one. Is a UK prick. That doesn't really narrow it down very much, does it? Who is this prick?
How much money would you have put in William Hill a year ago that I'd have been up against you for a BAFTA and you'd have had me on your radio show, and this show you would have said, string me up, if it ever happens, kill me. How much money would you have put in William Hill a year ago that I'd have been up against you for a BAFTA and you'd have had me on your radio show, and this show you would have said, string me up, if it ever happens, kill me. How much?
Let's pause it for a second. Oh, look, we've got a right answer just as I paused it as well. It's Katrina. Camella's got it right. Noel. It is Noel Edmonds. Yes, indeed. I've got no idea what he's talking about on that clip. I kind of got these clips from somewhere. I'll be doing my own ones soon, but these are kind of inherited, and I got no idea what's going on in that clip. Before we got Katrina getting Noel right, people were getting it wrong. They were saying quite a lot. You said Piers Morgan, Boris Johnson, Danny Dyer, Nigel Farage. But it is the man who can cure cancer just by phoning you up or something like that. It's Noel Edmonds. Right, okay. And that was Team Subo. Hey. I don't have a team, you know what I mean, but quite fancy seeing Subo do well against these titans of comedy. Right, who is next up? It's a dead actress. Who is this dead actress?
Governor talking, I thought I recognized your foul stench when I arrived on board. Now, I did it conversationally, and George came to me. The only time I really got direction from George was the first day. He said, you are really upset. You're just about to have your planet blown up, and, you know, such like. Governor talking, I thought I recognized your...
Yeah, that's it. Quite a few clues in there, even for not a huge Star Wars fan. It's Carrie Fisher. And that's Sasuke for Team Subo. There's Carrie Fisher. Who is dead these days. But when she made that recording, she was kicking, you know. New York accent. New York. Walk, don't walk. That kind of thing. Kiss my ass. I love New York. Only been twice, but it's had a brilliant time. Right, okay. Doesn't have a New York accent, does she? That's what it sounds like to me. To be honest, it just all sounds like that to me. Sasa, I know you live in New York. I'm no expert. New York City. You want a sandwich? Okay, what's next on the voice round? It's a food guy. Who is this food guy? He sounds like an arsehole as well.
I did have an affair in America with my co-judge, and it was something which, it was the biggest mistake of my life, because actually I still love my wife, and I'm at that point at the moment where I, you know, we're talking, we are working to get back together again.
Oh,
but it's going to, but it's going to take time, and at the end of the day, you know, I don't mind talking about that now because I'm asking the press to sort of give us privacy, because that's exactly what we need at the moment. And
Lots of you went for Gordon Ramsay, but it's not Gordon Ramsay. The first one to get it right was Lauren Thompson again. For Team Sid, it is Paul Hollywood. All right, Paul Hollywood. Going on about how he had an affair, but now he's sorry and he wants the press to leave him alone. He sounds like an arsehole. Okay. We've got one more in this round. That was a good answer, by the way, Lauren. That's two you've had now. And a movie star. Yeah, that doesn't matter down much, so I'll play the voice. Who is this movie star?
I was taking off from Santa Monica Airport. I was 800 feet in the air and the engine quit. Wow. And a built up congested area, and so I turned back to the airport. And I knew when I turned back that I wasn't going to make it, but there was a nearby golf course, so I went to the golf course. Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to.
We've got an answer. It's Sasuke. Again, it's Harrison Ford. She's picked him out there. Fabulous. Talking about the time he crashed his plane, but everything was fine. So that's Harrison Ford, and that was Sasuke, and that's Team Subo, and I think it's been a good round for Team Subo. Let's get the scoreboard turned on. This was before the round, and this is with the scores for that sound round. Now, look, Subo has leapt into the lead. Kenneth Williams has stood still. Sid has started to move. So this is all going towards quite a nice close finish. That's what we want tonight. It was pretty one-sided the other night when Sid James won against Bob Ross. It got a bit embarrassing, to be honest. It was miles ahead, but I feel tonight's going to be a lot tighter, a lot closer. Hey ho! All right, good answer. Good answers from everyone who got those right. Brilliant. Remember to keep an eye on who's scoring, so we can vote for MVP later on. Okay. So, I'm doing this in the middle of the quiz now instead of just at the end. I'm asking you for money. If you think the quiz is entertaining, please give me a tip. That's all I'm saying. All right? You don't have to. It's free to do the quiz, but tips are welcome. And I'll very quickly, just super quickly, put the link in there. Okay, let's get on. Scores, yeah. Right, okay. I haven't done that for a little while. Leave the scores on. That's just my link for getting paid. All right. Okay, let's move on. While you lot argue about the speed of the internet. Nah, I've checked. It's exactly the same for everybody. I checked with the internet company. So let's move on. What have we got? We have Rapid Fire 5. So I'm going to ask you one question, and you are going to put 5 correct answers in one comment. The first person to do that with a team name gets 5 points, because it's a 5-point thing. 5 points for their team, okay? And I'll say it one more time so that you know, you've got to get all 5 answers in the same comment. If they're in different comments, I'm not interested. Got to be 5 right answers in the same comment. Okay. Sasuke says I'm always slow at this, and it'll be even worse tonight because this is quite British-centric, all right? So here we go. I mean, you'll tell me some American things, but I won't know. It's got to be stuff I know. So 1 comment, 5 answers. The question is brands that you can no longer buy. Discontinued consumer brands. For example, Opal fruits, which are now Starburst. But you can't buy Opal fruits anymore because they changed the name. You know what I mean? Now, Americans and other foreigners, I'm not going to take your ones unless it happens to be known over here as well. I can't spend all the time looking up stuff. All right. So, you know, this is a little bit unfair, but it's more British weighted. Right, let's have a look. Muzz is straight in with an absolute corker. Straight away. Tuborg. Yeah. Insignia. Insignia's got everything. Shampoos and shower gels. Let me just stop the feed that's all coming in. Marathon, of course, became Snickers. Scotch videotape. Yeah. Is that the skeleton? Doing the adverts with it. It's the skeleton. He's like quite a cheery old guy. And he's living in the year 5000 or something like that and still watching episodes of Going for Gold. On a videotape. And Tudor crisps. Right. Can you get a Tudor crisps definitely gone? See, I knew this was a bad idea when I put this question in, I thought, because I'm not going to be sure about some of them. I'm just going for a wee search of Tudor crisps over here on Google. Let's see what it says. Yeah, it's retro. Was a brand. That's what. Yeah, that's the key word. Okay, that's good. And is Tuborg Lager still away? Tuborg. Tuborg is a Danish brewing company. The thing is, you never get it. You never see it. When do you ever see Tuborg anywhere? But it looks like you might still get it. I'm not sure. What am I need to make a ruling, don't I, on Tuborg? Let's have a look. Marketing, beers. Tuborg sell a variety of beers in over 31 countries. Yeah, some pretty modern looking pictures of Tuborg. I'm going to have to rule out Tuborg. You can still get it. Sorry, Muzz. Let's see who was next. I enjoyed that list, but I'm going to have to rule it as wrong. Joanne Hegarty's the next to have a shot. Marathon, yeah. Jif, Toffos, Spangles, and Oil of Yule. Wow. That's a magical list. Jif. Oh, no, I knew this was a bad idea. I'm going to look up Jif. It's now Sif. It looks like. Jif lemon juice, a brand of lemon juice sold, but I know you're talking about the cleaning product Jif. Yeah, it's now Sif. Yeah, right, okay. I think it might be still Jif in some countries, but I'll take it. It's a good answer. It's a great answer. And you know what? I can't be bored looking up the other ones, Tofu, Spangles, and Oil of Yule, but it just makes me feel like 1978 all over, so I'm going to take it. That's the winner, Joanne for Team Subo! It's Team Subo. Now, that might have been arbitrary and a trifle unfair, but sometimes that's just the way it is, right? Don't hate me. It's just if I look everything up, I'm going to be stuck here all day. But it's a good round. But I kind of knew it when I wrote the question. I thought, I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, we got through it. We're fine. Well done to Joanne. Let's just have a quick look at some of your other answers. Spangles, fries, but I still get fries chocolate. Caramac, you still get Caramac. Woolworths, that's a good one. SO Blue, Spangles. Jerry says, I had a Tuborg at one of the O2 venues or Glasgow Academy last year. Nice one. Slaves. Seamus Gorman wins the entire quiz. Yeah, you don't really get slaves anymore. Not just openly. Anyway, not like in the same way that you used to just get them in Exchange and Mart. That's brilliant. Aye, people might be holding Jif in the USA, but I did say before we started, this is a UK-centric round in particular. Right. I'm going to show you the scores. Because Subo is stealing a march. Team Subo is doing it. Team Subo is doing it for Scotland. 20 points! Against Kenneth Williams, 13. Sid is stuck on 8. Let's get on to it. What's going to happen next. Let's turn the scores off. And let's get to the next round. It's 20 to 10. We're going to get finished on time. It's going to be cool. Right. Picture round, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out your team name and your answer for each of these. Okay, first person gets the points. Sasa says there are plenty of people out there who are voluntarily slaves. What are we getting into now? We're getting into like discussion of capitalism. Anyway, maybe do that after the quiz. Right. Name both characters in the picture. The guy and the horse. Lone Ranger and Pinto. Maybe in some other jurisdictions, but I'm talking about the English language version. Subo, Zorro, no. Lone Ranger and Silver, that's it. For Team Ken, Andrew Armstrong. Lone Ranger and the horse is called Silver. And Paul Thompson went for Lone Ranger and Triggered. That's great. That sounds like a Viz comic strip or something. Right. Who got that? John H. was just behind. Andrew Armstrong got it right first. Lone Rangers and Silver for Team Ken. So after a little bit of quiet times, Team Ken has started scoring again. Nice work. Right, let's get the next question on. What is the missing word from this newspaper headline in 2010? Something off Africa. ITV sack footy pundit Robbie, that's Robbie Earle, for passing on 150 World Cup tickets. So what is the missing word? You're saying our or out. That's not correct. Star of Africa. Sisters of Africa. Nah. Pride out. Earl. Scorn. Pride. King. Tout. We got it. Duncan Moody's got it. For Team Ken. It's Tout of Africa. See? He's passing on World Cup tickets. Football tickets. It's in Africa. Tout of Africa. Brilliant. See, the sun's full of bastards and snakes, but they do, you know, some fairly good headlines sometimes. So Duncan Moody for Team Ken, and Team Ken is on the march again. 2 more points. All right. Good answer, Duncan. Was it Duncan? I'm getting mixed up all these Moodies. Was it David? I can't remember. Honestly, can't remember. You're going to overlap each other on MVP. Right. What country did this guy represent at the 1998 Eurovision? Look at that guy. What country is he from? Yeah, I do. I've got the Moody Blues. That's great. That's superb. Do you work at the Sun? Because that's pretty good. Germany, we got the answer. Letitia, who always gets a right answer at some point. has got it for Team Sid. It is Germany, that's correct. It's Gildo Horn who sang Gildo hat euch liebe, which means Gildo loves you. That was the song. A memorable performance from 1998. And that was, Letitia, for Team Sid. Sid James! Fantastic. Right, okay. We're on question number 4 in the pitches already. This will be the last one then in the pitch round. Here we go. Another country. Oh no, they're mixed up. That's what's wrong there. What country are these newspapers from? Using your knowledge of language and newspapers, what country is the home of those newspapers? Turkey is correct. Seamus Gorman has got it for Team Subo. Nice work, Seamus. Very good. I know nothing about Turkish. Kanli bomba avi, bombacini yalanar. I think they used to use Arabic script, and then Ataturk made them change to Romanized letters. Something like that. It's one of the few things I know about it. And even then, I don't know it that well. Right, let's move on. Turkey is correct. All right, here's the last one. Name the star and the place they rhyme with. Who is the 60s pop star and the rhyming Scottish location? So what's her name and the name of the place? Need both in the same comment. John H. Canley Bomba Avi means tout of Africa. Yeah, wouldn't that be strange? Now, people are firing in single answers. I want her name and the place. They rhyme with each other. And it's got to be in the same comment. Dusty Springfield, Glasgow. That is both wrong and they don't rhyme. Lamar, Braemar. No. It's a little bit further west of Braemar. Patsy Cline. Nah. Patsy Kingusi. No. Patsy Cline, Irvin. No. Nah, it's not Patsy Cline. Okay. And Irvin is way down southwest. Not up there in the north. Avi Moore, Jaja Gabor. That's better, but not right. It's no Stranraer, Archie. Come on. Can you see Yabusi? Someone has already got the right place, but we need the name of the person. She had a couple of really famous hits, but she's not that famous herself. That's it. Chris has got it. Leslie Gore, Avi Moore. That's right. Leslie Gore. Avi Moore. Leslie Gore did It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want To. And she did You Don't Know Me, which is, you know, you don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to say. All that. Great, great, great song. And that was all when she was very, very young. And then she didn't do too much more. Dead now. But the key point is that Chris Cotter got 2 points there for Team Ken, and it's been a pretty good round for Mr. Kenneth Williams. The posh one out of the Carry On films. Let's see what happened. That's before the round. This is after the round. Oh, it's going to be close. Going to be real close. That was Sarah Lou, yeah. Get on YouTube after this. While you're on YouTube, but after this, go and look for You Don't Own Me by Leslie Gore. It's fantastic. Really, really good. Okay, I'm losing at trivia, and I'll cry if I want to. Nice. Mary Tyler Moore. Avi Moore. Doesn't rhyme. Wrong person. And we've got the right answer now anyway. Right. Let's get on to this last round, because we've got one last round to work out who's this. What's your favourite Carry On film, by the way? Tell me what your favourite Carry On film is. Mine is Carry On Up the Khyber. It's as simple as that. Although, Carry On at Your Convenience is pretty good as well. Kai Bar all the way, says Jerry. It's just great. I can watch that over and over and over. And it's got a classic Sid James versus Kenneth Williams conflict in it. Sid James is Sir Sidney Rough Diamond of the British. And even though he's kind of top dog down there, he's still a bit rough compared to Kenneth Williams, who is ultra posh because he's the Kazi of Calabar. Carry On Screaming. I don't think I've ever seen Carry On Screaming, and I know people say it's good. I know it's one of the favourite ones. They made some rotten ones. Like, I tried watching Carry On Cowboy a couple months ago, and I couldn't. I got 10 minutes into it, and I thought, this is rubbish, you know. You don't know if the Carry On things are available there. Well, I can't imagine that, Sasa. I can't imagine it's a big thing in America. It's very, very, very British. 60s, 70s, you know. 50s as well, but the heyday was the 60s. Great stuff. There used to be that the whole of Carry On up to Khyber was on YouTube from start to finish with no breaks. So I don't know if that's still the case, but Carry On My Wayward Son. Nah. Don't Lose Your Head is good. Yeah. I watched that fairly recently. Last year sometime. And Carry On. The one where they're in the hospital, the first one. The one where Barbara Windsor's up on the roof. I think it's just called Carry On Doctor. That's great. Carry on with the questions. All right, Sam. Oh. I got this the other night on Quizando. I was doing Quizando. This guy called L.A. Sheds was telling me, get on with the trivia, man. Right. Aye, keep calm and carry on. Good idea. Right, let's carry on. I know you're here for the quiz. Right, this round is the ultra round. This is the round that's going to decide who's the champion. But we're just having a chat, you see, Sam. That's all we were doing. Just having a wee chat with each other. That's all we were doing. Right. Ultra round is increasing number of points. So the first question is worth 1 point. Second question is worth 2 points. And you probably work out what happens after that. It goes all the way up to 10 points. Okay, so it gets hotter and hotter and hotter. And the scores are such that anybody can win. Sid's slightly behind. Ken's right there. Subo is in the lead by 3 points at the moment. But the ultra round, I'm going to sort everything out. We'll get a winner at the end of this round. Here we go. Okay, holidays. Question number 1. Which European country has the tourist destination called the Algarve? Which European country includes the Algarve? Portugal is correct. Letitia is first on the buzzer for that one. For Team Sid. Yay! Very good. The Algarve is in the south of Portugal. Right. Question number 2. Shaky. Sort of. In which Shakespeare play would you find the character Ophelia, who is the daughter of Polonius? Good to see how many of you knew Portugal. But Letitia was first. So which Shakespeare play has Ophelia, daughter of Polonius? Hamlet is correct. Martin, the Cass. For Team Ken. Yeah, ha, ha. No. I can't do Kenneth Williams. One of the best, I'm sure somebody mentioned it earlier on, one of the best things that Kenneth Williams did was Will-O-the-Wisp. That was just great. Okay, 3 point question. Well done, Martin Cassidy. 3 points for art question. Which French artist painted The Card Players in the 1890s? In 2011, it sold for over $250 million US, making it the most expensive work of art ever sold. So who was the artist for that? So, The Card Players. Monet is not correct. Renoir is not correct. Degas is not correct either. Picasso, Renoir, Cézanne. Yeah, that's close enough, Chris. For Team Ken, it is Paul Cézanne. Cézanne, but I knew who you were talking about, so it's all right. It was pretty close. That was pretty close to being a discarded answer, but I'll take it. 3 points for Team Ken. That's the painting. See if you can do that. $250 million. Right. Not even 250. $250 million. Okay. Sport 90s is for 4 points now. Which athletics world record was set in 1995 at 18.29 meters? That's the world record for which athletics event. Long jump is not correct. 200 meters is not correct. Long jump, no. Jonathan Edwards is not an event. Triple jump, we got it. Martin Leach for the second time tonight for Team Subo. 4 points for Team Subo. It's the triple jump. Morocco Land Marauders, who have already confessed to being drunk tonight, put Jonathan Edwards. That's the guy who set the record, but he is not an event. He was a triple jumper. So you kind of knew that one, but you got to put the right answer in. I like all the people that said long jump. I'd pay money to see somebody jumping that far. And I don't even like athletics. Long jump's more like, what, 8 meters? Something like that. Okay. And the pole vault. Whoa. That's like 6 meters. Right. It's going to be really tight. Scores are going to be super close. Team Sydney to start scoring now. 5 point film question. For which 1994 film was Morgan Freeman Oscar nominated playing a character named Ellis Boyd Redding, better known as Red? Pardon me. Name the film. Morgan Freeman, the dirty old panty peeper, plays Red. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption is correct. Westerosi Ninja gets their first answer of the night, and it is Team Sid. Right on cue, I said Team Sydney to start scoring, and bang, you're in. I like it. Shawshank Redemption is correct. There he is in the film. 6 point question. Language. It's not a language question. That's a hangover. Ignore that. It's which saint is depicted on the fisherman's ring as worn by your friend and mine, the Pope? So which saint is on his ring? Francis is not correct. He's called Pope Francis, but who's the saint on the ring? St. Peter is correct. Ali Gunn for Team Subo gets 6 points. That's a good time to score 6 points. Well, when is it not a good time? But you know what I mean. Yeah, St. Peter was the first, Bishop of Rome or Pope or whatever you want to say. It's the Rock of St. Peter. There it is. There's the ring. Kiss that ring. Catholics. Right, question number 7. The booze. What plant provides sloe berries to make gin? This is one that I just quickly need to look up because I can't remember the right answer. It's not sloe and it's not juniper and it's not elder. I can see those answers and I know it's not those ones. Okay. We have a right answer. Blackthorn is correct. Chris Cotter or Sarah Lou has got that right. Blackthorn is correct. I'm just checking no one's got that right before you. Joanne Haggerty was close with Hawthorne, but Blackthorn is correct. And that's for Team Ken, and it's 7 points. Just as Team Ken had gone a little bit quiet, they come Is that not a cider? Nah, that's... You know it's not. It's the brand. Pruna spinosa, I think, is the Latin name for blackthorn. Is that right? Yeah, Prunus spinosa. Loving it. Right, okay. 3 questions to go. 8, 9 and 10 points. And I can't add these up by myself. I have to wait for the refresh. But I think it's close enough that anybody can still win with 3 questions still to go. Let's see what's going on. Animal albums. What kind of animal appears in the titles of a 1974 album by David Bowie and a 1994 album by Suede? Same animal. 2 different album titles, but what's the animal? Horse. No. Panther. No. Dog. Yes. Duncan Moody gets the 8 points. It's Dog. That's Dog Man Star by Suede and Diamond Dogs by David Bowie. So, that was Duncan Moody. And it's Team Ken. And it's 8 points. It's going to be super close. I don't absolutely know for sure, but I'm thinking Team Sid might be out of it. It might be down to Subo and Ken now. I'm not quite sure. Big Mad Fire. In October 1834, the painters Constable and Turner both witnessed and sketched the destruction of which London building by fire? So which famous building went on fire in 1834? The famous painters Turner and Constable both witnessed it. They both did sketches. And they both made paintings out of it. Parliament is correct. Sasaki straight in there. Bang. Yes. For Team Subo. That's correct. Very, very good answer. The Houses of Parliament is correct. That was the painting that old Turner got out of it. Quite nice. And we move on to the last question in the ultra round, the 10-point question. Yeah, and you spelled it correctly. Yeah, you don't get no extra point, but we're impressed. Very fast as well. Very good. Right, okay, 10-point question. Skoda. Which country includes the headquarters of the car manufacturer Skoda? For 10 points, and possibly to win the game. Who's going to get it? Sweden? No. Ali Gunn says Czech. That's correct. Czech Republic. It's in a town fairly near Prague. Mlado Boleslav or something like that. And that's 10 points for Subo, and it's going to be super close. Let's see what happened. I'm just going to check that the first check was the right check. Yeah, Ali Gunn got 10 points there for Team Subo. He was, he or she, I don't know what type of Ali it is, but Ali, you got 10 points for Team Subo. Right, absolutely amazing. Let's see what the hell happened. These are the scores before that last round. That's how it was. Subo was just in the lead. Have they done enough? I'm about to refresh the scores. I've been adding the scores in there. Here's the adding up bit. Wah! Team Subo has done it. She dreamed a dream of days gone by. But those days have come back. Success is hers again. Said James proved to be a false prophet. An easy winner on Tuesday, but tonight, no big deal. And that's happened twice now. Bob Ross and then Sid James, both fallen, by the way. Kenneth Williams, strong effort. He'll be back. We'll bring him back at some point. But the champion, who's going forward to the next Big Teams quiz, is Susan Boyle. Hey. Fantastic. Oh, la-di-da. Oh, Ken. Yeah, I'm glad we took out Sid, because Sid crushed Bob Ross last week. He really did. Well, it wasn't last week, it was on Tuesday. It feels like, I know if every day feels like Sunday in lockdown. The Subo wrestler, says Johnny. Aye, Team Subo, brilliant stuff. Well done to everybody on Team Subo. I was going to say, it's time to vote for an MVP. With the first vote is already in. Anthony McKendry's voting for Joanne Haggerty. Vote for who you thought was the MVP for Team Subo. We'll keep it for the winners, all right? Blimey! Ooh, wow! Ooh. Fancy watching some Carry On later on. It's a big, big win for Team Subo. She's back on top. She is Scotland's #1 entertainer, top-selling musician. Chris Carter says Sasuke for Ultimate MVP. Not on our team, and not just tonight. Just generally awesome. Well, that's nice. Duncan Moody gets our vote for Ken. Sasuke is getting another vote from John H. Sasuke is thanking Chris Carter. I don't think I got that many, though. You got the Parliament one. That was very impressive. I genuinely thought that question might last for a wee while. I didn't think it was that well known. But you got it that fast, you must have known it. Yeah, get some votes in, everybody. Tell us who your MVP was, and I've got a wee prize for that person. In the meantime, thank you for doing the quiz, everybody. Well, I'm just waiting for some votes to come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for coming to my little online quiz party. Winner said nah. Winner Ken, nah. Winner, oh, I didn't do one for Susan Boyle. Man, I got the other two ready and then forgot to do one for Susan Boyle, so that's stupid. But there you go. If you enjoyed the quiz, please give me some money. I do this for money because I have no other job at the moment. I am a quizmaster. I was working in the pubs. I don't work in pubs anymore because pubs are shut. I don't think they're going to open anytime soon. Weatherspoons are making their own plans, but I think they need the government to say something, you know what I mean? And even when the pubs do come back, they might do strict limiting of numbers, so we might not be doing quizzes even then, so it's a little bit... Don't know what's going to happen. Anyway, I'm doing these quizzes online. I'm trying to build them up, so anything I get from you is very, very welcome in terms of money or likes. If you like the video, that helps. If you go onto Facebook and share this, and just tell some friends about it, that would really help me. Thank you very much. The more people I get, the more likely I am to get sponsors, and when I get sponsors, then I can do proper prizes, you know. Let's see, what are the votes for the MVPs tonight? No, I don't know how many votes. Get a vote in, everybody. Pardon me. It's alright, it's not a dry cough. It's not COVID's. Or maybe it was the case that the effort was evenly split tonight. It kind of seemed that way, to be honest. I mean, if I was really keen, I could go right back up the chat and just count up the amount of right answers and points and stuff like that. But to be honest, I'm probably not going to do that. Like it, share it, subscribe. Please subscribe on YouTube. That really helps as well. And click the bell that says reminders, then you get told when there's a quiz on. Next quiz is tomorrow night. Pardon me, that's on Facebook, 7 o'clock UK time. From next week, I'm probably going to do the quizzes twice a night. I'm probably going to do it 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock. The Wii Teams quiz. As far as I know, I'm going to keep doing this. The numbers were slightly up tonight, and I didn't do too much, how you say, promo. So it's all right. Letitia's voting Chris Cotter for MVP. Gonna move the laptop to the closer to the Wi-Fi next time. That's how it works, John. Basically, the closer to the box you are, the more you know. Got to plug straight into the internet like I did, says Sasa. You're talking about a wired connection. That's what you're doing. Yeah, move the laptop 20 feet closer to Scotland. That'll work, yeah. Well, we're quite a small country, you know, so relatively speaking, 20 feet is quite a lot. Thank you, Chris. And Sarah Lou. Like the video. I mean, his videos are popping up as recommendations more often for other people. Thank you. Yeah, that's the way it works. If you like it, it's more likely that YouTube will pick it up as something good. Therefore, more likely to put it in front of other people, and then more likely that folk will come, more likely I can get a sponsor, more likely we can do prizes, more likely I can just keep doing it. So, I thought they were good questions tonight. Yeah, thank you, Joanne. I quite enjoyed writing this quiz today. I wrote it today. I should write it in advance, but I wrote it today. Or I didn't write it today. Compiled it today. Writing and compiling, two different things, obviously. But I thought it was some good questions. It took me ages to put it together. I don't know why. Sometimes I can just bang, rattle it off, get a good quiz together. But today it took me ages. I'm on the radio tomorrow morning. On Radio Scotland, just after 10 o'clock. If you're in Scotland, I'm sure you can listen to it anywhere in the world these days, thanks to them crazy old internets. Doing a quiz, inevitably. Stephen Jardine programme, just after 10 and just before midday as well. Live. I also did a quiz on Zoom today. That was quite good. It was a quiz for a company. Yeah, thank you, Morocco Land Marauders. Yeah, I do have to feed the family. They keep demanding it. And I'm like, I'm trying, you know. It's just a wee feature on the radio. Post your radio audio here on your channel too. I might, John, but first of all, I don't know if I can do that for copyright reasons because I'll be on the BBC. So I don't know if I'm allowed to post. I mean, it's me, isn't it? So I don't know. The other thing, I don't know if I can be bothered to get the audio and trim it and all that. So I know it sounds lazy, but I've got a list as long as my arm of things I've got to do. Which company? It was a company. It was called eFundamentals. They're based in Scotland and Belgium and Spain and Chicago. And I was doing a quiz with them today on Zoom because a nice person who was on here the other week said, "Oh, this quiz is better than the one we did at work today." I said, "What was that?" And she said, "Oh, we did a quiz on Zoom for our company and it was chaos and nobody knew who won and the difficulty was all over the place." So I said, "Well, you should get a professional, you get a professional quizmaster to do it." And she said, "All right, maybe." And then I did hear back from her and she said, "Yeah, we'd like to do that." So I ended up doing it today and it was really good. So now that I've done one, now that I can handle Zoom and know how to work it, now I'm going to be trying to punt those quizzes to companies. Hopefully I'll get a bit of a testimonial off the people today saying, "By the way, Dr. Paul was totally brilliant" and all that. And I can punt that around because it's something I can do during the day, which is really good. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. It worked really well. Zoom worked really well because I don't know if you have used Zoom or not, but they have these breakout rooms, and the breakout rooms in terms of running a quiz basically function exactly like pub quiz teams. So I asked questions, I asked a round of questions and then sent people away to the breakout rooms, at which point they could talk to each other about what they were going to put for the answers. Then I close the breakout rooms, then they come back to the main thing, and then I tell them the answers. They mark themselves, and it just worked, you know what I mean? Like that breakout room functionality seemed to be sort of almost designed for quiz teams. And it eliminates the latency. Yeah, out of everything I've used so far, Zoom was definitely the least latency. Because that was the thing. When we came back to the main room, I had to say, right, I read out the name of the team and asked them what they scored. So I'd say Quiz Team Aguilera, and they'd say 8 points. I've got 8 points. So I did it in a, what you call it, like the scoreboard I used tonight, but 10 teams up and down. And it was great because the women told me, the women who got in touch in the first place said it was chaos. We didn't even know who won. And I thought, right, I'll do it so that there's a proper scoreboard like I do on this one tonight. So it's really obvious, you know. Aye, the breakout rooms was really good, you know. Aye, tell your work, tell them 100 quid, right? Do it for 100 quid, and that's an hour. So if it's a decent sized company, that's not too much for them. And I can do that in the afternoon. The one I did today was 12 o'clock. Midday till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. UK time. And that was great. The worst thing about it was that the team that won. See, the good thing was, like, this is great talking to you here in the feed, but you know, the Zoom thing really come to life because obviously you can hear the other people. And you can talk to them and everyone can hear, and it's great, you know. So at the end of the quiz, I was like, right, let's use this. I was like, right, come on. Well done, whatever they were called. Salt and Sauce was the winning team. I said, come on, Salt and Sauce, who's in the team? And I can look it up. And I said, Piotr, who's, you know, in one of the team. How do you feel about winning the quiz? Pretty good. I was like, all right, okay. What about the next guy, Sam, or what he was called? Yes, very happy. I'm like, oh, God, come on. But the third guy was great. He says, I'm not going to be calm about it. Yes, yes. So we got a bit of a reaction in the end. You got to have them use the mute. Well, you know, I didn't really have to use the mute that much today. Not allowed to drink. Well, you know, I like people who get excited without drink. You know, people who can emote. They were so cool about it. Yeah, we won. That's just annoying to the other people, isn't it? Because I knew people were getting into it because I did leave the mics on and you could hear when I was doing the answers, when I was telling people the answers, you know, you could hear people going, whoa, yes, and ooh, you know. Yeah, you're going to get pumped up. Do you drink at work then, John? Do you drink alcoholic booze at your work? Tell me what work you do. Are you the boss? And what booze do you drink? I need to know some details. Right, thanks, Chris and Sarah Lou. Thanks for doing the quiz. I appreciate tips as well. Very much. Thank you very much. I enjoyed it tonight. It was good. I'll keep doing these. Yeah, you got to get pumped regardless. Yeah, you got to get up for it. It's quiz time, you know. It's competition time. Would have drunk at your old job. Would have got fired immediately. What was your old job? I don't drink when I work because I have to add up figures. So that doesn't work for me. You're an airline. 5 or 6 martinis before every flight. I think that's very sensible, John. I think teaching. I had a teacher who used to drink, you know, not in front of us, the kids, but if you went into his cupboard to try and steal stationery, you were disappointed because all you'd find is empty bottles. You know what I mean? Ah, right, Alison. Right, I was just talking about the Zoom quiz. I was just describing it to the others. Hello, that's Alison, who's just left a comment. She was the person who put me in touch with the company. I was just casually, I didn't say anything untoward. I was just saying that I was doing the Zoom quiz and it was good. And I was telling people about how the people on the winning team were annoyingly unexcited about winning, apart from the one guy who was good. But the first two were like, yeah, it's cool, we won. But yeah, I was telling people I thought it went fairly well. I hope so. I'm hoping to get a little bit of feedback and testimonials off of your company, Alison, because now that I've done it, hopefully I can go and sell some more, you know, because it means that I can do some work during the day. That's software developers for you. Yeah, I guess so. Not the most energetic crowd. They were all right. I mean, everyone was great. You know, everyone was real nice. But there was that one guy who was punching there. That's all I wanted. And I was saying that you could tell folk were getting into it because I could hear people going, yes, when they got answers and being disappointed when they didn't. Self-employed, can drink every day. That's how to do it, Joanne. That's the dream. You're living it. What are you self-employed doing? What do you do? Another thing we're doing, Alison, is talking about drinking at work. Do you drink at work? Obviously you do now because you're working at home. You just sneak out. Little booze. Back to work. Nobody knows. Yeah, you can't be a teacher who boozes like in the actual act of teaching. Consultancy, innovation. Brilliant. Don't even know what that means. Consultancy, innovation. I'm trying to like turn that around in my head to actually understand what it is that you do. You know what I mean? Helen really enjoyed it. Got a new fan for sure. That's good. I'll get a testimonial from her then. Me neither, but I'm getting away with it. Nice one. No, but seriously, like who do you consult or innovate for? Like, does someone come to you and say, "Look, our company can't think of anything. We want you to innovate for us." Does it work like that, or does someone say, "I'm trying to innovate, and I need you to help make it into reality"? Is it like that? Because I might need your help. I've got loads of great ideas, but see, getting them into reality, it's a long haul. You know, selling drugs is lucrative. I've never done it, but I know some people who did, and it was lucrative. They were spending lots of money on things like rugs. You know what I mean? I know one guy who went to jail for a while, and he's doing all right now. So yeah, help companies get new projects up and running, and also teach university researchers how to innovate or / work with industry. Is it like any industry, or is it specific industries? Yeah, the rugs. You know, this is back in the 90s as well, and like, you know, do you know such and such? Do you know he spent £10,000 on a rug? And we're like, what? Back then, you could just about buy a house for £10,000. Have I ever prescribed any? Yeah, I mean, like, I'll give you a recommendation. Mainly life science, but a bit of everything. So, like, you might be at the forefront of the next Dolly the Sheep or something like that. That's the first thing I think of when I when I see the words life science. I think of Dolly the Sheep in the museum up the road, Chambers Street. Is that a rug reference? Says Jerry. Yeah, we were just talking about rugs. I was just saying I used to know a guy who was possibly a drug dealer, and like definitely, but spent an awful lot of money on a rug. He spent lots of money on lots of things, you know, but it was the rug that stuck in my mind. I remember thinking it was an awful lot of money for a rug. living in a weird apartment as well. Big, really, really posh building that had been turned into like big lush apartments, but it was in a really lonely location. And I thought, you know, if I had all that money, I wouldn't live there. Got to shoot, says Joanne, right? Next Clone Sheep Army, yeah. I'll look out for your services, Joanne. I'll look out for your innovation. Inspiration. Thanks for doing the quiz. Yeah, you got to spend the cash. That's right. You got to get it clean stuff right. I got to get away. Coming up for 10:30. Aye, that's right. That's how it worked, John. It's just a big smuggling op. Maybe that's why the rug was £10,000 after all. Wasn't he just a nice pattern? And to be clear, this is like friend of a friend territory. I knew who the guy was, but never went there. Never saw the actual rug. Anyway, I'm away. Thanks for doing the quiz. I'm back on Facebook tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. I think I'm not going to do quizzes at the weekend. I don't think I'm going to do Saturday and Sunday because I've got to get a few things sorted out and it kind of takes over the day. But I'll definitely be back here next Tuesday, and Susan Boyle will be back next Tuesday because it is Winner Stays On. Well done, everybody in Team Subo. I don't think we really got an MVP tonight. I think it was even. So that gets me out doing a prize. I'll maybe try and think of something a bit easier to work than the MVP because it's not that easy to work. Rugs and drugs. Come to Rugs and Drugs. You won't be disappointed with the rugs and drugs. They are so very nice. Rugs and drugs. Thanks, Jerry. See you later. I did get your message. I've not replied to it, but I did get your message about the music guy. It's on my to-do list. Don't know if I'll get around to it tomorrow, but we're going to get some... Jerry was trying to put me in touch with a guy who can do music. There's lots of guys who can do music, and we're going to get some cover versions on so we can have like music that's not distorted